My family found out the truth about why I cut contact with my dad. So I, 27 female, haven't spoken to my dad in almost 5 years. To most of my extended family, it looked like I just suddenly abandoned him and became the ungrateful daughter. That's the story my dad told everyone, and since I didn't explain myself, they believed him. Here's the real story. When I was a kid, my dad wasn't the worst, but he was never really present. He worked a lot, which I understood. But when he was home, he had a temper. He'd yell at me and my mom over the smallest things. I grew up walking on eggshells. Still, I tried to convince myself he loved me in his own way. The real breaking point came when I was 21. My mom had just been diagnosed with cancer, and she was in and out of the hospital. Instead of being there for her, my dad basically shut down. He wouldn't visit her much, and when he did, he acted like she was a burden. I remember once he even said, "She's milking this for attention." I couldn't believe those words came out of his mouth. During her last weeks, it was me who stayed with her every night, holding her hand, comforting her, making sure she wasn't alone. My dad, he showed up maybe twice, and only for a few minutes each time. When she passed away, I was devastated. At her funeral, my dad gave this long, fake emotional speech about how she was the love of his life and how he'd never get over losing her. People were crying, hugging him, saying he was such a strong man. Meanwhile, I was sitting there, boiling with rage, knowing how he'd really treated her. After the funeral, I confronted him. I told him I never wanted to see him again, that he disgusted me, and that he didn't deserve to call himself her husband. He tried to twist it around, saying I was too emotional and misremembering things. That's when I blocked him on everything and walked out of his life. Of course, he spun his own version of the story to the rest of the family. According to him, I turned cold after mom died and pushed him away for no reason. And because I stayed silent, his story stuck. For years, I got messages from relatives calling me heartless. Fast forward to last month, my cousin was getting married, and I almost didn't go, but I decided to show up. My dad was there, and of course he tried to make a scene, acting like he was heartbroken to see me after so long. That's when I finally snapped. In front of my entire family, I told the truth. I told them how he abandoned mom in her last months, how he barely visited her in the hospital, and how he mocked her behind her back. I repeated his exact words. She's milking this for attention. The whole place went dead silent. My aunts and uncles looked horrified. My grandma, her own mother, started crying. My dad's face turned pale, and he left the wedding early without saying a word. Since then, I've gotten dozens of calls from family members apologizing to me. Some admitted they always suspected something was off, but didn't want to believe it. A few are furious with my dad for lying all these years. As for me, I feel relieved. Like I've been carrying this weight on my chest for years and finally dropped it. I don't know if I'll ever forgive him, but at least now, everyone knows the truth.